and also talk about what is going on with terror. International security analyst Jim Walsh joins us. Jim, before we get to the terror, we'll talk about that, about these alleged terror suspects, suspects, I should say. Let's talk about, it's interesting with Mattis, him being recommended, considering the question that Barbara Starr asked at the press conference. What do you make of that? Why him with that in his past?
Well, I think this was a really interesting press conference. I'm glad you guys carried so much of it live. And what I saw in it was a real tension. Barbara, I think, rightly asked Secretary Gates, is this policy so broad that no soldier can send an email, can have any form of public engagement without having to get it checked out in advance? And then Gates responds and says, no, it doesn't go that far. And then the other questions were about Mattis and his comments, you know, that he got reprimanded for, about saying things like, I like to shoot people. And in some ways, it sort of demonstrates the point that on the one hand, people in the military can't go out making statements all the time about whatever happens to cross their mind on issues that are incredibly sensitive that might impact U.S. foreign policy, you know, that might alienate an ally or make a war in Afghanistan more difficult. So Gates is right about that. You can't have everyone shooting off their mouth. On the other hand, it's also clear that Barbara is right to say you can't make guidelines so broad that no one can say anything. So that it's about finding that balance.
Because it should be about transparency, especially if you're going to have the media covering what media has been covering war since, you know, it was around. So there has to be some sort of transparency. So where's the line? That's a question.
Yeah, absolutely. There has to be transparency, not only because the public has a right to know, but even as Gates himself admits in that press conference, he relies on the media to find problems to solve at Walter Reed, at other places in the military where there's incompetence or bureaucratic failure, and the only way you solve that is if it comes to light with journalists. So I think you have to have some clear rules.
What do you know about General Mattis?
Well, I've not met him personally. Clearly, the head of the Joint Chiefs has a high degree of respect for him. He went out of his way in that press conference to vouch for him. Yes, he had this misstep 5 years ago. You know, I've made mistakes. I think we all should be allowed to outlive our mistakes. And, you know, those comments, in some ways, you don't want military people to say that in a public forum, but you want military people in your Army who want to fight. That's the sort of people you want in your military.
Yeah, and nobody's perfect, and you know, I'm sure everyone believes in redemption. So, hey, listen, I want to get to the terror. We talked about the 5 in Norway, and then we talked about what the Attorney General here is doing, 8 people who were either charged or arrested for terror. How concerned should we be, not only as Americans, but in the UK and other parts of the world, with hearing about these new names?
Well, you know, it's a good news, bad news story. You know, it's bad news, obviously. Al-Qaeda's still out there. They're still trying. But, Don, compare that to where we were 10 years ago, you know, going back to 2001. Back then, Al-Qaeda had, you know, thousands of people training in Afghanistan, undergoing years of training, and then they'd send those people out, those veterans out to across the globe to engage in attacks. Very different situation here. We have 3 Norwegians, you know, whether they're citizens or green card, lived in Norway forever. These guys are novices, and they're probably been recruited because they have some, you know, ideological passion that they're angry about. But they don't have any experience, so they have to be taken back to Pakistan to be trained. And the moment that happens, that opens them up to being observed, trips the wires, allows our intel people to find them. And the scale of the attack, you know, this isn't a 9/11 scale attack. They're talking about trying to attack a subway, which is awful, but it's not 9/11. So bad news, they're still coming after us. Good news, we're better at getting after them, and they're being forced to recruit novices, don't have the same level of training, and face a lot more obstacles.
And probably better at getting information out of the ones who are caught as well.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Mr. Walsh. Appreciate your expertise. Have a good one.
Thank you, Don.